Enchante, mon chers. How are y'all doing? We're here for our weekly energy oracle forecast, where we are taking a look at the week ahead to see what kind of energy we will be living, moving, and having our being in. This is what I like to think of as the spiritual weather forecast. The Secret Teachings of Jesus episode last night I thought was really good. I was really happy with it. It was really interesting. The things that came up and out and forward, it was really cool. And it also lines up with the energy of the week too, as far as like the Kabbalistic energy of the week and the Zohar commentary on the Torah portion. So I thought it was really interesting, but our reading will probably go into that as well. All right, let's see what the first two cards are. Ooh, we've got Manifest and we've got Beginning. I'm excited to see these cards. So the 3 weeks, we are in the 3 weeks in the Jewish calendar. It's called HaMetzarim. Is I think I tried to memorize this word and I can't remember it right, but I think it's HaMetzarim. And it is the 3 weeks. And these 3 weeks have a particular quality to them. There's an opening in the cosmic gates of space and time where we're connected to the upper realms. It's like if you think about the lower realm and the upper realm, it's like the sunroof opens and then the raw light of the Creator is coming in through like the sunroof being open. So during these 3 weeks, we are downloading and taking in and drawing in and being exposed to the most radiant, like potent light of God. We're not usually exposed to this during the entire year. There's usually filters in place and an ozone layer, so to speak. But there's nothing right now protecting or shielding us. And so because of that, it's feeling like a lot of pressure, because what that is, all this light is coming into our vessel and it wants to upgrade our soul and the expression of our soul through our being. And that is requiring us to vibrate at that level, and we're not necessarily already there, right? So we have to be jolted, and a catalyst is happening in order to get us there. And what that looks like for us is a process. It looks like things that are going to challenge our current consciousness, personality, ego, understanding, and our current threshold, and provoke us and tempt us into all kinds of things. And then the more that we can overcome and transcend this lower nature of self, we can pause and restrict that body consciousness, that lower consciousness that seeks to receive for the self alone. And it's like operating under like almost an animal instinct, wanting instant gratification, you know? So we restrict that, and then instead we start embodying better habits, and the consciousness and lifestyle and approach and discipline and structure of that which our higher self would have, right? And so through that, it ends up giving us more freedom, and it allows us to express ourselves even more fully, because then we're living our nature more fully, and we're more fully capable of manifesting our desires. So through these 3 weeks, it's like these initiations are happening that are catapulting us into our new timeline, this new life, this new up-leveled version of self that we've been moving towards, I think, incrementally now for the last several years. And this is going to be like this grand new beginning that we've been working into being in. But it's like we've been in this transitional phase, and the transitional phase has had a lot of steps to it and levels, right? But being in a level of ourself going into a new chapter where we're more capable of sustaining the consciousness that will allow us not to sabotage ourselves, that will allow us to expand beyond what our current courage and bravery and valor and threshold and endurance have allowed us up until now. I think we're going to be feel more confident and more capable, and we're going to have more wisdom and know-how, to apply. So I think that, good things and exciting things are possible now. And I'm really excited about that. So right now we need to really hone in. And this was part of last night's message in our secret sermon, is that when we become a new creature shaped by the Creator and like emanating through the Creator's consciousness, we become a conscious co-creator of our reality. We're no longer the victim of circumstance, right? Be at the mercy of how things are playing out, but we become an active player in the game and an active co-creator in what we are manifesting, in the life that we are manifesting, and the expression of self that we are manifesting. So we're becoming more conscious and intentional with it. And with the more potent the intentional and decisiveness is, then the more potent our manifestations will be, the stronger our magnetism will be. So I'm very excited. Manifest and beginning. Love it. Beautiful. So I like to see this. This is like, look at this image here. These images are so beautiful to me. I love them so much. They're also a little bit morbid, and I love that so much. So you've got this character here, and you see like all of these neurons going off, firing, and the eyes are closed, and it's like this going in and imagining and getting this inner vision and dreaming all of these opportunities. These are finches on little branches, and it's like these growing thoughts and this growing consciousness. And what finches represent as far as animal totems, they represent a flurry of opportunities and excitable energy and growing raw potential that can be directed into opportunity and good fortune. So whenever I see finches and they make a really pronounced appearance to me, I'm like, oh, there's opportunities at hand and I need to take advantage, even if it's just not an obvious opportunity that presents like, hey, this is something I want to hire you for or something like that. But maybe it's cosmic opportunities that we're not even aware of at the moment that are, astrologically playing out, that are helping us, and giving us more momentum and steam, and we're not even realizing it. So taking advantage of even that opportunity. Now, what's interesting is that we are in the HaMetzarim, and hold on, I almost lost my thought. Manifesting opportunities. Oh, the astrology is lining up exactly with the theme of this yearly window that happens, the retrogrades. What was it? Chris Corsini was just talking about the south node of the moon being in Aries, I think right now, or going through Mars or something. There was something to do, maybe it was conjunct. There was some connection between the south node and Aries, but the south node is about all the things that we're changing and letting go of and releasing, and then Aries is about how we're taking action. So it's like we're letting go of all the ways that we used to act and actions that we were taking that were working against us, and instead we're reevaluating and we're deciding, okay, what are habits and actions that I can take that will move the needle forward with intention from now on. Okay, what else? So excited. Ooh, what is this? I love it. I love it. Dreams are blossoming. This is one of my favorite cards, and I always like to see this along with the manifestation card. I feel like they go hand in hand because, This is like we are dreaming this new beginning that we want to create right now. That would be a really great way to use our energy, and really like visualizing the life that we want to be in and living in, and that version of self. What does the ideal day for you look like? What kinds of things gives this version of yourself a sense of purpose and a sense of fulfillment? What is adding to your inner peace, right? And what does that look like? Imagine yourself in your most serene, appreciative state, where you're also being useful. It's not just about waiting for retirement one day. We want to be excited servants for the light of the Creator, right? That's what, the physical hands are needed. We often are the channels that show up to play out the miracles for one another, right? So thinking about the life that you intentionally want to call in, but the one that you're also working towards manifesting, and the one that you're taking action to live within, right? Using myself as an example, I've been making an effort over the last week or so to get up earlier, with the intention of being consistent with my writing practice, so that I'm moving the needle forward. And I am, not just working on something that I've been working on a while, but I'm like bringing new things in. And so just taking action in that direction. And it's this as simple as making sure that I plan out my day in my planner, and I get to accomplish the things that are really important to me every day. And I have been saying for a long time, I feel that if I get up a bit earlier, that I can get these extra things in, and it's going to be life-changing. So I felt really great after this last week. I got a little bit off schedule during my weekend work hours, but I was like, that's okay, because everybody has a weekend, right? So, get back, into it and on top of it on Monday, tomorrow. But it's like being on top of those habits. If I am couch napping, it hasn't been as long as the other former couch naps. So I'm working my way out of and breaking that bad habit, but also enjoying life a little bit, trying to find balance there, but ultimately making good habits, changing and working towards my goals consistently and showing up for myself consistently. And because of that, I've had a really great week at work too. I think that it was always correlated, right? When I realized that I'd given my all and I'd shown up for myself, and I'd had the day that I dreamt of, that I was living that higher self in my mind, I was embodying that this week. It's I felt great. I went into work happy and excited, and I've made really great money this week, right? And then what I've also been doing is surrendering and releasing my shift to the Creator. On the way to work, I'll pray to God. I'm the last couple of days, I've been God, I sometimes come to you with ideas of what I want my shift to be like. Give me this kind of section, these kind of guests, and good money, and this and that. And I have all of my demands, but I don't want to do that. I want to get the night that you have planned for me. I know I'm going to get what I deserve on the cosmic scales, to shake things out, and to, purge me of certain things that'll get stuff out of the way so I can have things come in. Whatever you need to do with me, for me, and through me, and to me, I will take it. Whatever happens to me in this shift, I deserve it. Whatever, come what may. If I have a great shift, if I have a bad shift, if I have a good money shift, it's hard. I'm accepting my lot. My portion is a good portion. And both nights in a row that I've done that, I had a night of, I would call night at favor at work. I had a really good night at work last night. Me and they had me and a girl together. We were tag teaming and partnering up for like a kind of an extra amount of stuff and private party, and it worked out to be really great. And we made good money. And then tonight we were both closers, and we had some other extra things come in at the end of the night, and we made pretty good money again. So it was like the week really, it was fruitful. And I saw the truth of what, the sages teach about this week is that the more inner transformation, the more inner change that you can make this week, it will reveal miracles. And I don't think that this is the result of what I've done. That's it. It's like, I think this is just like a spark of those seeds that we're planting, right? Okay, look, if I can, get these results immediately, it's like a good sign. Keep going in this direction. This will yield fruit. You may not see it immediately, but long-term value sometimes is not something that you recognize immediately. It's not as glamorous and gives you the initial hit as that instant gratification. But if we can choose to have patience and work towards things that will yield greater value in the long run, we're going to be happy. So take the time now to do the inner work, to do the inner transformation, to make the effort to make change, and the universe will support that change. And it will show you, we are behind you, like keep going, keep going. So got all of this, and what else? Tell them what else they'll win, Bob. All right, let's see. I feel like it's this card. Ooh, they will win willpower and confidence and a feeling of security and connection. Solar plexus chakra here. Our solar plexus connect us with our intuitive sense of knowing. Like, oh, I have a feeling in my gut, and like I just know, like I just feel it in my bones, that kind of thing, that kind of psychic sense. Or it's not necessarily a vision, or you don't necessarily hear it. And it's not like that stomach feeling, but you have that feeling like right here, like you just know something and it just comes to you. That kind of guidance. This solar plexus chakra also has to do with our feelings of security, our feelings of self-esteem, confidence, our ability to have perseverance and willpower, our intellectual curiosity. It gives us our motivation and our energy. It's like the sun. It's like our power source. It's like our battery here. And I feel like, okay, so our battery is going to be charged, and we're going to be even more magnetic as we do this inner work. And oh my gosh, even more fertile and creative. We have the sacral chakra, which is all about creativity, and everything that we have comes from here, right? This chakra is associated with the next dimension up from us on the tree of life, the glyph that we look at a lot of times, and it is called Yasad. That is the astral realm that is just on the other side of this physical world, and that is where all souls come and go through, right? And all the blessings that are manifest and come to us go through the mixture, and they come through this gateway in order to be manifest into the physical. Everything has to pass through here. So this is like the storehouse. This is where all the good stuff is. This is where your spiritual vault is. This is where all the human souls come from. And it's just so happens that it also aligns with the reproductive organs and the womb and all of that on the human body. Last night we discussed some about where human souls come from and where Jesus's soul came from, and even where parts of the powers that were given to the disciples and to Mother Mary came from. So that was really interesting. So check out that episode from last night. All right, you all, that is all for this evening. I am going to just chill now and rest and have din-dins and all that. But I will see y'all tomorrow for our weekly anchor message, which will give us our spiritual lessons and assignments for the week. So see you then. Peace.